So my sister and I, we look so much alike. Everyone always thinks that we're twins, except her hair is straight, and my hair is more like pubic. No. They call her the beautiful, sophisticated one, and I'm the quirky, sexy one, which is really just a nice way of saying that I look slutty. But yeah, I know, right? I'm not slutty. I wasn't even having sex in high school. I was having sex at Jewish summer camp. But y'all, that was a mitzvah. It was. No, really, you should have seen the guys. It was a mitzvah. It was a good deed. It was a really good deed. So I do tend to dress inappropriately, and most of the time it's by mistake. Like, I've left the house wearing what I really thought was a dress, and it was more of a top. Like a crop top. I left the house wearing what I thought were leggings, and it ends up they were more of those footless tights. And the dead giveaway should have been the crotch patch. But they were from Target, and I thought it was like a design element. You know, Target's always so trendy, and men, they get, elbow patches. I was like, finally, equal rights. We get our own patch, a crotch patch. It's like a Girl Scout thing, right? I earned my crotch patch, finally. No, they were just see-through tights. And then the other day, I was wearing this really adorable blouse, y'all. It was so cute. It was like this white blouse with this black fur trim and these brown spots. And it ends up that I was just naked. It was a really uncomfortable PTA meeting. Mostly because my kids don't even go to that school. And they're like, why is that naked lady here again? But I do have real hobbies, and it's not just going to PTA meetings. Like, I just finished a marathon. Y'all, woo, yeah! I just finished a marathon of The Walking Dead. And I managed to watch about 8 seasons of The Walking Dead in about a week's time. It's what I call Costco-style TV watching in bulk while my kids are feeding me food on toothpicks. But y'all, it was a family event. The kids made signs. Mommy, please pay attention to us. They even pretended to be zombies. Feed us, we're hungry. So yeah, I'm an excellent mother. Even better TV watcher. Love me some TV. Because I watch a lot of television, I decided I need to balance that out by joining a book club. Anyone else belong to a book club? Woo! Do you not belong to a book club? Let's give it up for those people. Yeah. I was one of you for so long, and then I got pulled in for the wine. And by that, it was me complaining about it, the whining. But it was in our book club, we take turns picking out the book. Is that how y'all do it? You take turns. So some people are like, no, we're a democracy. We vote in my book club. But no, we take turns, and it was my turn to pick a book. So I was like, I'm going to pick something easy, right? Something that I'm already familiar with. Everyone will enjoy it. And I picked Facebook. And yeah, they're like, Amanda, that doesn't count. So I went back. to my bookshelf to pick something that I'd already read, and from my kids' bookshelves. I was like, children's literature, that'll do. And I came across this book that I hadn't read since they were like toddlers because the book disturbed me. And I'm going to show you this book. It's called Love You Forever. Yeah. There are two schools of thought. There are two schools of thought on this book. There's a lot of discussion going on. I know you feel passionate about it. Either you're like, I love that book, my dead grandmother gave it to me. Or you're like, worst book ever. Worst book ever, okay? So for those of you not familiar with this like book from the 1940s, everyone gets it when they have kids. And it's essentially, it's essentially about this mom who loves to sing this song to her kid every night. But guess what? She continues to sing it every night, every year he gets older until it gets super awkward. He eventually moves out, which is shocking. But she manages to go find him and straps a ladder onto her station wagon for some late night reading. Okay? Because this is actually a preamble to a Stephen King novel. And I'm just gonna read this page real quick. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom door window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, right? It's like a scene from The Ring, right? Here's the visual to pay attention to. Number one, he is fast asleep. So she probably drugged him at Sunday night dinner. Number two, the cat's trying to escape, and cats aren't afraid of anything. This cat's like, get me the hell out of here. You know what makes this book even creepier? Is when it's given to you by your mother-in-law. I'd say that's a big no thank you, Judy. No thanks, Judy. So I do feel like having a family is a lot like running a business. And your kids are like your product lines. Sometimes you want to recall one of those products because it's causing a public safety hazard. And then you realize that its tendency to have faulty wiring, spontaneously combust, and leak fluid everywhere. It's just normal wear and tear, y'all. It's totally normal. And any design defects they have are not to blame on my manufacturing plant. It's all my co-owner's fault. But when you have your first kid, you have to be super careful about what you name them, right? You have to be careful because all the other kids that you have, all the other names, they have to go together. They have to match because you're establishing your brand, right? So we've got these across the street neighbors. They're like these hipster yuppies, and they've named their kids Dasani, Evian, and Perrier. Their brand is Pretentious Water. There's my buddy from college, Carl, and he's named his kids Crystal, Wendy, and of course, Carl Jr. His brand is E. coli Chic. They just got an adorable Labradoodle named Chipotle. So cute, little Chipotle. And then there's us. We named our kids Oscar, Ruby, and Murray established our brand. Can anyone guess what our brand might be? I know you want to say it. What did you say? Our brand is Jewish old age home. That's what we were going for. And there's evidently no baby naming book for that. Not even like a chapter. So we had to be super creative when we decided that was our brand. And I found this special list located at our synagogue of all the perfect names. It was actually called the Yortzeit list. And someone said, and that's how I know that I was like the one Jewish person in this room. Because the Yortzeit list is the list of everyone who used to go to that synagogue but doesn't because they died. My mom is so proud of me. But it was so efficient. It was so efficient. And I do feel like my kids are doing a really good job of staying on brand because they kvetch about all the food and they drink a lot of seltzer. And we have some like LaCroix lovers in the house. Yeah, woo, yeah. I have like a LaCroix drinking problem. I've realized I drink so much LaCroix that my pee is carbonated. And any urologists in the house, is that normal? It's really fun to pee though. It is. A little tickly. Tickles a little. But you know, like LaCroix to me is like the champagne of water. It is, and it's a problem though because I don't like it when my kids drink it. I hide it from them because they'll drink it and leave like half a LaCroix scattered around the house, especially during parties. And I'm going around like a drunk sorority sister, drinking the LaCroix down a Lego or half a fish stick. I like all LaCroix except for coconut LaCroix. I don't know how y'all feel. Yeah, it's gross. It like tastes like you're licking the floor of a Bath and Body Works. And I'm not saying I've licked the floor of a Bath and Body Works, but actually that's exactly what I'm saying. But it was only because someone spilled a LaCroix and I was like, we can't let this go to waste. We can't let this go to waste. So I do feel like I've learned some other things from having kids. I figured out why girls go to the bathroom together. It's because they're preparing for motherhood when you will never pee alone ever again. It's true. I've gotten so used to having an audience with me in the bathroom that I'm like, hey, maybe I'm good at this. Maybe this is a talent of mine. But it's gotten to the point where I can only pee if I do have an audience. It's like the opposite of pee shy. I'm like a pee extrovert. Only causes problems at work. The guys are like, hey, Amanda, can you pee with the door closed? I'm like, all right, but if I'm going to be able to pee, I need you to stand outside that door and bang on it and ask me to make you a snack. It's what we call a team building event. I've also, learned some other things. Like, I feel like I know what it must be like to be in prison because being a parent is a lot like being a prisoner. They're the riots. They break out at any given moment. They use makeshift weapons. There's the threats. And I've heard everything from I'm gonna kill you to I'm gonna lick your face. To worst of all, when you die, I get your money and your jewelry. Which mea culpa, my fault for reading our will as a bedtime story. Probably not the best idea. But it was short and I had to review it anyways. No one wanted to read it for book club. And then there's the privacy. Just like prison, I feel like I'm always being watched while I'm showering, while I'm getting dressed, woken up in the middle of the night with 2 pairs of eyes staring at me at the edge of the bed. It's actually my mother-in-law. I've come to cuddle your husband. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I'm Amanda Marks. You can check out my podcast, Sis and Tell.